Can you still earn billions from Bitcoin? In the world of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin always comes out on top in terms of either rank or value. In fact, Bitcoin is the first proper blockchain network ever established. So it is certain without a hint of doubt that Bitcoin has a market value of billions, topping the other currencies that came afterwards following the footsteps of Bitcoin. Well, the question still remains, is Bitcoin still profitable? I mean, how much value they currently hold from an investor's point of view? Let's explore everything in detail. Today's video is about Bitcoin's potential rise in 2023 to 2024 and how much it can bring back in terms of investment. Fast forward to 2022, which has been a hugely flopping year with the market crush of all cryptocurrencies, obviously including Bitcoin. Truth be told, despite being the largest crypto in the world, Bitcoin failed to withhold the downtrodden statistics and lost 65% of its market share just in the last year. Well, that's not the only shock crypto investors had to take. There have been several other major drawbacks like rising inflation rates, fluctuation of the world economy, the ongoing war in Ukraine, or even the Terra Luna crash, followed by the fallout of FTX, the largest crypto exchange. So this is concerning considering the lowering market value of cryptos. What does the future hold? Will 2023 turn out to be a turning point for crypto on the positive spectrum? Or will the market crash of 2022 very well linger throughout 2023? As of February 2023, Bitcoin's total market value remained at $443 billion. While the whole crypto market was worth more than $2 trillion in 2022, the start of the year looked bright. But soon enough the market became unstable amid a real-world economic recession, and by the end of 2022, the crypto network was worth only about $1 trillion in value. For Bitcoin, in March 2022, its value rose to the peak of $47,000. But subsequently in May and June the value went down to $30,000 and $18,000 in total. However, despite such haphazard fluctuations in value, Bitcoin seemed to recover quite a bit in September, when the value rose up to $22,000. But that was only a temporary phenomenon, as by the end of 2022, Bitcoin's value was stuck at only $16,800. So Bitcoin will have lost 65% of its market value by the end of 2022. It seemed that the FTX collapse came off as a sudden warning for the investors. Such shockwaves are likely the accelerating factor leading to the drop in crypto market capitalization. The question is still here. Is it wise to invest when the existing investors are seemingly turning their backs? Let's dive deeper into the crypto world to find out. 2023 started out as a recovery phase for Bitcoin, as the daily reading is on average around $21.8 billion. For the first time in the last 6 months, Bitcoin cut out from the threshold of $16,800 and is now worth nearly $23,000 as of January 2023. While the pro-investors are still hopeful with the results and looking for a stabilizing period beyond the current value of Bitcoin, it is particularly noted that the Fed's decision on ongoing inflation is pretty much a driving factor in the crypto world now. Bitcoin is no different and is responding to the changes as frequently as possible. According to the MCAD, the Convergence-Divergence Value Indicator, Bitcoin still has a solid possibility of gaining a decent pace in the bullish zone. Well, a bullish zone kind of refers to an uptrend in the value of assets that is expected to stay stable for a considerable period of time. In the crypto world, the currencies seem to follow a pattern of value assertion, where within a few years gap, the market value stays at a stable level. For Bitcoin, experts seem to be hopeful for the upcoming year, with the coming of halving events. Within every 4 years, Bitcoin's algorithm automatically cuts down the overall values by half to reduce artificial inflation and in return, ensure the coin's scarcity in the market remains intact. Historically, halving has been a positive signal for both miners and investors, as the Kuta value ensured contraction in the supply chain and gave Bitcoin's overall pricing a good boost with such action. Till now, halving has happened 3 times, in 2012, 2016, and 2020. So, how does halving affect the bullish price of Bitcoin? From the analysis of the data, it is quite evident that Bitcoin gained positive momentum in bullish pricing, and the effects have had long-term effects in the crypto world. Bitcoin's halving event directly correlates to deflationary events, squeezing the supply chain by a considerable milestone. As the supply becomes scarce, the demand and pricing automatically follow a higher threshold of value. In the case of paper money, the government or central banks have the ultimate authority to cut down on scarcity and economic recession by printing out more money to even out the discrepancy. Bitcoin, being a decentralized currency, doesn't have to face such issues of inflation itself, so the amount of coins available in the market is always limited. Although inflation negatively affects Bitcoin's market value, Bitcoin itself is susceptible to any sort of inflation. With everything turning out positively once again, Bitcoin whales have started to accumulate, as the statistics indicator suggests a maximum of 1,000 to 10,000 coins are still in large investors' possession. With such numbers, it only shows the recovering trajectory of Bitcoin as of this year. But among other investors, they had been pessimistic about Bitcoin's recovery, thinking the growth will never stabilize, causing Bitcoin to lose its value forever. Bitcoin's current situation is like a bull trap, ready to devour the investors' interests instead of generating bulk gains. According to crypto expert and billionaire Mark Mobius, his prediction of a 2022 rundown in the crypto market has been true all along. The head of digital assets research at VanEck, Matthew Seigel, also holds the same opinion of crypto crashing due to the price hike in the energy sector. For now, experts' opinions have certain overlaps, and the current economic situation of high inflation, spiking energy prices, and even individual interest rates rising to an all-time high will negatively affect the overall growth of Bitcoin in the near future. Bitcoins, although maintaining growth with a promising comeback, still have a huge role to play in the end. So even if they maintain a relatively good price in the crypto market, they are certainly not going to be stable. The market value is going to subtly change depending on the world economy. During such uncertainty, investors are not confident enough to risk buying assets. But investors already holding coins may also want to drop them, which will also put pressure on the market once again. As you can see, the predictions are not tilted to either of the sides, but rather a varying degree of opinions are still persisting. So the best advice for now is to silently wait and observe what happens in the market. If you want to invest a lofty sum, now is not the perfect timing. Rather, see carefully how the whole Bitcoin industry fares in the next few months before taking a big decision to avoid severe losses. Point to be noted carefully: the halving periods in the past 3 times did not undergo any sort of economic downturn or price spike, but for sure the 4th one is going to. So it is hard to predict how the market will fare. The best thing is to wait and watch how everything turns out. If the crypto market's unstable period sees positive growth, make sure to invest earlier. Well, to get the updates immediately, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned, as we will be covering everything latest about cryptos on our channel. Till then, goodbye.